The Voice of Peace, a presentation of the different Islamic perspectives. The Voice of Peace in bringing harmony to all mankind. The Voice of Peace, an information and education program. This is Najeeb Muhammad Razul, and welcome to the Voice of Islam for Southeast Asia and the Pacific.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ashrafil mursalin Sayyidina Muhammad Tayyibin at-Tahirin. Amma ba'd. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome once again sa ating palatuntunang Islamic perspective. And today we will continue with our subject, which is the unity of the Muslim Ummah. In the previous episode, we have discussed issues related to the Muslims, and we have emphasized the importance of that. And along the way, we have pointed out significantly the very significant move of the Muslim leaders and Muslim scholars in bringing about fulfillment to that dream of the unity of Muslims. Again, inuulit ko mga kapatid, noong 2004, ang mga leaders natin sa buong mundo, ang mga ulama, attended a meeting that was Ramadan doon sa Amman, Jordan. And there, we signed the document, yung the Amman message. Now, the next year, after 2004, yung resolution na yon was adopted by the Organization of the Islamic Conference. Ito yung naging pasimuno ng polisiya. So that today, after 17 years, we continued moving towards that end of bringing about change in the map of the world, and of course the whole idea of bringing about change in trying to exert a tremendous stride in the field of unity among Muslims. So delegations coming from the different parts in the Islamic world visit Muslim countries, strengthening their ties, not just because they are Muslims, but along the way, of course, strengthening their strategic alliances in the field of economy, and we start from there. Today, I think it is important, it is very important indeed to bear in mind, to take note. One of the responsibility we have is to spread the good news of Islam. We believe that Islam is the true religion. That Islam, inshallah, if a person would live according to the ways of Islam, inshallah, Allah Ta'ala will admit him in Jannah. We're pretty sure of that. Alright? But while we are still in this tierra firma, we're still here, struggling in this planet, we need to work with tremendous strides, not just in the field of economy, which I have pointed out some time ago, but also in the field of dawah, because this is our duty, this is our responsibility. And Allah Ta'ala is telling you and me by saying, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ يَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Let there arise a band of people from among yourselves, inviting to all that is good and forbidding what is wrong. And they are the one that will attain felicity. Alright. Doing da'wah is inviting people. Now, in inviting people, there are those who may frown this. There are those who may say, no, I don't like to be a Muslim. That's okay. Alright? We have to be tolerant. There are those who may just say, go back to your country. There are those who are like that. We have experienced that as a da'i. Alright? But we don't mind. What is important is we invited them to paradise. We invited them to Jannah. If they neglect this invitation, that's not our problem anymore. At least when we reach the day of judgment, these people would not be able to point their fingers to us and say, Najeeb Razul did not do his job, he did not invite me to Islam, he did not warn me that there is fire in hell, he did not invite me and say that there is the beauty in Jannah, in paradise, you will enjoy forever. It's our duty, it's our obligation. It's not for us to make them Muslims. It is enough that we spread the good news. It's not our duty to even make them Muslims. By the way, it is Allah Ta'ala who can change the hearts of men, not us. We are just instrument in telling people about the good news of Islam, the love of Allah, the beauty of Islam, the forgiveness of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the reward that Allah Ta'ala could give the believers, which is Jannah, life eternal. Alright? So it's our obligation. Now, in line with the Aman message, which is bringing about the reality of the unity of the Ummah, Da'wah is a very good vehicle. If Muslims, even 10% of Muslims, even 5% only, would start working, because this is our duty. We do not need to go and preach and wait so that we will be given salaries. No. Rasulullah and his Sahaba did not expect salary. Oh? They all work. Today, we're more than 2 billion. We have more than 50 countries, Islamic and Muslim countries. In the world, we're spread out all over the globe. Now we are in the end of times. Qiyamah is near. Why don't we work together? Dawah, using dawah. Alright? I pointed out some time ago. If all of us will start working, I mean all, which is impossible by the way, but I'm giving you the idea. Muslims in the world today comprises 1/3 of the world's civilization. There are 7 billion human beings today. 2 billion are Muslims. Only 5 billion are not. Alright? Plus minus. If we start working, in just 2 years' time, the whole world will become a Muslim, will become Muslims, will become part of the Ummah. Alright? Let's say even half, 50% of the world will become Muslims. Subhanallah. Inshallah. This is the promise of Allah. Remember, Allah Ta'ala told us. You still remember? He said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَالَّذِي أَرْسَلَ رَسُولًا بِالْهُدَى وَدِينِ الْحَقِّ لِيُظْهِرَهُ عَلَى دِينِ كُلِّهِ وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْمُشْرِكُونَ إِلَى الْآخِرِ الْآيَةِ. It is Him who has sent His messenger with the guidance and the religion of truth. And He will make this religion supersede all other religions, even if the unbelievers would detest Him. Right? This is a promise that Islam will win over all ideologies, over all system, over all religion. This is the only religion which has a government in the world. More than 50 countries. We can call them Muslim governments. Now, pure ones, of course, we call them Islamic governments. So, let's do our part in the spirit of the Risalah, which is signed in Amman, Jordan, the Amman message. We work towards along that line and exert an effort using da'wah. Where do we go? Like here we are, using the tri-media, using the internet, using the radio, going into television, using the print media. We can print books, we can print Quran, we can print anything that we wanted to print and spread it out all over the world. Brothers and sisters, this is the century and millennium of Islam. Islam today is the fastest growing religion. Right? Whether you join or not, Islam is destined to overcome the world. This is the natural course of history. Alright? So why don't you work? Join us. Because this is a privilege if we start working and joining. Okay? Do da'wah. Using different platform in the internet. In fact, we're contemplating right now of coming up with a system wherein if someone would ask question about Islam in the United States or in Europe or in Latin America or in Central Asia or South Asia or in the African continent or wherever they are in the world, immediately what pops up in the screen are credible Islamic organizations which would cater to the answering of all the inquiries from the different parts of the world. Why don't we do that? Right? I'm sure we can do that. So I would like to invite our young people who has the heart to advance the cause of Islam to join us. You can like or subscribe our channel so that we will spread fast in the world, inshallah. May Allah Ta'ala bless us all, guide us all to the right path, and admit us all in the gardens of eternity. I'd like to invite you once again to our Islamic perspective. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.